Welcome to our JAM Commerce Past Questions Masterclass. If you are preparing for JAM or you have a child writing JAM, this masterclass is for you. In this session, we're not just going to be answering questions. We are going to decode the exam itself. We are tackling real official JAM questions head-on to build the speed and the accuracy that you absolutely need to win. So, let's get straight into the drill. Look, our mission today is simple. Build your speed and your accuracy. And the only way to do that is to treat this like the real CBT exam. So when I put a question on the screen, I need you to pause the session, attempt it yourself, and then we'll break it down together. You ready? Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're getting into exam drill mode. Then, we'll dive into an intensive question drill. After that, we'll test your speed with a rapid-fire round. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with some crucial JAM exam strategy. The goal is simple, to smash this exam together. All right, let's jump right into our first section, exam drill mode. This is where we get our minds right for what's ahead. We're not just casually learning here, we are actively training for exam day. The focus is on three things and three things only: focus, speed, and precision. Let's begin. And now for the main event, Section 2, the intensive question drill. This is where the real work gets done. Remember the golden rule for today. Pause the explainer and attempt every single question before you even think about listening to the solution. That active work is how you secure your marks on exam day. First question up, straight from JAM 1994. Commerce is defined as the study of how... Read those options carefully. Okay, pause the session right now and solve it. Okay, let's break this one down. What JAM is testing here is simple. Do you know the exact textbook definition of commerce? Now look closely at the trap. Option B looks so good, but the word produces is a major red flag. Why? Because production is not commerce. That's economics. Commerce is all about trade plus the aids to trade, buying, selling, distribution. That makes C the only correct answer. And here's your speed hack. The moment you see a question asking to define commerce, your brain should immediately fire off the phrase, scan the options, and kill any answer that mentions produce or manufacture. It's an easy way to grab some free marks. All right, next question. The type of activity which turns processed raw materials into consumer and industrial goods is described as... Take a good look at the options. Go on, pause and give it a try. Okay, let's get into it. So, what is JAM testing? Just your understanding of the types of production. The key phrase here is turns raw materials into goods. And that, my friends, is the classic definition of secondary production. Now, did you notice the trap JAM set with option D, processing? JAM loves this kind of stuff. It's a distractor, a word that's close but not quite right. The most precise term is, of course, manufacturing. So, B is our answer. And that gives us a fantastic speed hack. When you see turns raw materials into goods, I want you to immediately think the phrase manufacture. And that will lead you straight to the correct answer, manufacturing. Simple. Let's tackle another one. Question 5 asks, a limited liability company is distinguishing by the fact that it... Now, this is a very, very common question type, so pay very close attention. Go ahead, pause and give it your best shot. Okay, so what's the big trap here? JAM is testing if you understand the features of different business units, specifically the legal status of a limited liability company. Never ever fall for this classic trick. They use the word limited in the question to bait you into picking option D, has limited resources. No way. The real distinguishing feature is its status as a separate legal entity. Just think of it like this. The company is a person in the eyes of the law, separate from its owners. And what can a legal person do? It can sue and it can be sued. That makes C the correct answer. So here's your instant speed hack. When you see limited liability company, your brain should immediately fire off the phrase separate legal entity, which directly means it can sue and it can be sued. Hold on. Let's just pause for a second. Are you seeing the pattern here? JAM isn't trying to trick you with some complex out-of-this-world scenarios. They are testing core definitions and specific legal traits over and over and over again. If you can master these, you are already halfway to the finish line. Okay, let's look at a more recent one from JAM 2022. The growth of commerce is not enhanced by... you've got to pay very close attention to the wording on this one. Pause and solve it. So this entire question hangs on one tiny but powerful word, not. JAM uses negative words like this all the time to flip the logic of a question. They're asking about factors that affect commerce, but they want the one that stops it, the one that hinders it, not helps it. Options A, B, and C, they all help commerce grow. But low per capita income, that reduces people's buying power, which directly hurts commerce. So D is our answer. Here's the critical speed hack. The moment your eyes see not, or enhanced, or except, or which of these is not, your brain has to switch gears. You stop looking for the good thing, you start hunting for the one negative factor, the odd one out. All right, let's switch it up. Time to move into section 3. We're picking up the pace with our rapid fire round. I'm going to show you a question, and you've got just 5 seconds to lock in your answer before I reveal it. This is all about speed and trusting your gut. No overthinking allowed. Are you ready? Let's go. JAM 2023. Maximum number of shareholders in a public liability company. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What did you get? The correct answer is D, unlimited. The trap is so simple. They want you to confuse a public company with a private company, which does have limits. If it's public, it's open to everybody. So the number of shareholders is unlimited. Next one up, JAM 1919. A partnership may be automatically dissolved due to the following factors except 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. And the answer is C, admission of new partners. Why? The key words are automatically and except. A court verdict, a joint decision, bankruptcy, all of those can automatically end a partnership. But admitting a new partner, that's a deliberate voluntary choice. It changes the partnership, sure, but it doesn't automatically kill it. Excellent work on that round. Let's take a breath and cool down from the drill. It's time to talk strategy. This is section 4, JAM exam strategy. Because you see, knowing the answers is one thing, but performing under pressure, that's a whole different ballgame. Okay, let's put everything we've learned into a simple cheat sheet for exam day. First, objective strategy. On every single question, your first goal is to eliminate 2 options that are obviously wrong. That immediately doubles your chances. And like we saw, you must always be hunting for those negative words like not and except. Second, time management. You should be aiming about 1 minute per question. If a question has you stuck for more than 45 seconds, just flag it and move on. Come back later if you have time. And finally, your mental strategy. Stay calm. You've done the work, you need to trust your preparation and trust your logic. And that brings us to our final section. This is where we bring it all home. You've done the drills, you've seen the patterns, now it's all about walking into that exam hall with confidence. If you found this masterclass helpful, please like this video, share it with your friends or children preparing for JAM Commerce, and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now so you don't miss the next masterclass session.
Also, visit www.examkp.com for thousands of JAM Commerce practice questions and answers.